Hey everyone, it's Hunter. So people have asked me to do a video regarding the current state of affairs on YouTube, and actually, talking about it, giving my opinion out there, and honestly, I believe that, what's going on is actually rather important, and that it needs to be talked about because this is starting to get out of hand. So for those of you who are completely unaware, YouTube is being completely, well, I want to say irrational, but I don't think irrational is a good word in this situation. Completely stupid is more like it, cause it's not just one particular issue; it's a whole bunch of issues, and they're not giving anyone any explanation as to what's going on. For those of you who are unaware, there's one guy, I Hate Everything. His channel was taken down with no explanation as to why. But fortunately he got his back, but there's a number of other people out there who got their channels taken down completely and still haven't gotten them back. Channel Awesome, the guys behind the Nostalgia Critic, they got one copyright strike and lost monetization for 3 weeks straight without any way of disputing the copyright strike. On top of this, the Fine Brothers decided that they were gonna contribute to the pile of bullshit that's going on and copyright the word react, so that they had a complete and utter boycott on the reaction genre, allowing them to claim millions of reaction videos and everything in an attempt to cash in on reaction videos as a whole. Now you're probably asking yourselves, how come YouTube can get away with all of this bullshit? Well, it's because they have no competition. The fact that they have no competition and that they are the dominant video site on the internet, because, let's face it, other sites I can't even think of any. Other sites can't even hold a candle to YouTube, and, they have, no, chance of ever competing with YouTube now and in the future. The problem is, hold on, I'm wiping my mouth. I have my cup of coffee here. The problem is YouTube has such a boycott on, I shouldn't say boycott, it's more like a chokehold on the whole video upload streaming sites as a whole. And they're trying to spread their germs into other pieces of the internet, like the live streaming business and everything. However, we can all see how well that's going, and Twitch is kicking their ass over there. But they still have a definite chokehold on video uploading and streaming as a whole, which is why that they can get away with this stuff. They have no competition. They own the market, so they can do whatever they want. They don't have to give a shit about customer support. And quite frankly, seeing as how they have such a massive grip on it, they probably don't even have the manpower to devote a massive amount of personnel to customer support and everything, and a massive staff capable of resolving all these issues. Now that might just be total bullshit right there, and they might not give a shit about resolving these issues, because getting in touch with YouTube is next to impossible in this day and age. Their customer support is a joke, because, let's face it, they have no customer support. The fact that they don't give a shit about the copyright dispute system, their copyright strike system, and quite frankly, it's rather upsetting to me that people have come to accept their shoot first, ask questions later policy, because that's what's going on right now. YouTube has always put up this guilty until proven innocent policy when it comes to copyright, video takedowns, everything. it's always been a guilty until proven innocent sort of way of thinking with them. And whoever is in charge, it must stop. Because, quite frankly, it's a very unhealthy system. And if it keeps going the way that it's going, imagine if some other, like better video service comes out. It could happen tomorrow, even. Like, just some better video uploading and streaming service comes out tomorrow. Like, instead of taking 45% of ad revenue, they're only taking 10%. They support videos that go up to 120 FPS even. Like, just an overall better and friendly streaming service with actual customer support and everything. They're gonna kill YouTube. And YouTube's not gonna be able to do anything about it, because look at the whole Google Plus backlash. There was a huge backlash over there, and it was so big that they straight up cut off everything from Google Plus. Like, I don't know, I think it took them 2 years to realize that it was a terrible idea and Google Plus wasn't going to be able to compete with Facebook. And that's another story there, actually. Facebook, and keep in mind that this is still me talking, it's not some crazy clone or something. Facebook was actually, I've heard rumors that they're actually planning on doing something good. And I understand that that's coming from me, because I fucking hate Facebook. But I've heard rumors, or they might have already done it, I don't know, I'm not on Facebook. I've heard rumors that they might be doing their own video streaming service where people will be able to get ad revenue off of that. Now that would have the potential to freaking kick YouTube in the balls, and, like, if anything, it might not kill them, but it'll get their asses in gear. They'll look at this and say, oh shit, guys, we need to get our act together. Facebook is killing us. And Facebook already killed them in the social networking side of things. Because, let's face it, nobody likes Google+. Competition is good for the development of a web platform. Like, for example, MMOs. They constantly have to expand and, like, adapt to the current day crowds and other stuff like that. Like social networking. A perfect example of this a social networking site that just failed to evolve would be MySpace. Anyone remember that, or did I just date myself terribly? MySpace not only failed because they didn't bother to evolve, but they also just couldn't compete with Facebook. So MySpace faded into obscurity, just like millions of, like, I don't want to say millions, but hundreds of other video streaming sites have faded into obscurity because they can't compete with YouTube and their just massive conglomerate and chokehold that they have over the market. And another thing, I'm constantly ranting on about the changes and everything that they do to YouTube. The layout changes, the video search changes, the amount of clicks that it takes to get to my videos page, everything. And YouTube can get away with these changes because they own the goddamn market. They own the market for video streaming and uploading. And they can get away with all of this crap, and the only reason that they don't bother to improve is because they don't have anyone to compete with. Now another problem is, I have no proof to back this up, but I swear to God that it's true. these people who are in charge of YouTube get paid by the click. Every time you click a button on their website, I swear to God, money goes into their pocket. Because they have been going out of their way to increase the number of clicks that is required to do anything on the site without making it too inconvenient and impossible. And this is a terrible, terrible system. Another thing that they get away with YouTube, and people aren't gonna freaking fight them for it, because they have a massive chokehold. Oh, people will complain. They'll complain. Is the animation. Now, YouTube no longer goes off of minutes viewed for ad revenue. They go off of... They go off of minutes viewed for ad revenue now, which is the terrible system. It no longer goes off of view count, which is completely stupid because all of the ads appear at the beginning of the video. Why would you go off of minutes watched when all of the advertisements appear at the beginning of the video? Who gives a shit how long people watch the video? Who gives a shit besides you? People are losing money over this, okay? And then there's another thing. This one's really stupid. The Fine Brothers. The fucking Fine Brothers. I am I've had it. I've had it with people copywriting words. There should be a law for stuff like this. You can't copyright a word. There should be some kind of law in place stating that you can't copyright everyday words like react, which is what they did. They freaking just decided to put a freaking, like, chokehold on the reactive video genre. Now, granted, I don't give a shit about reaction videos. They are, like, in my opinion, the second worst type of video on YouTube. The worst being prank videos. But whatever's going on with YouTube right now, it has to stop. This shoot first, ask questions later policy is not winning them any favors. And I don't give a shit if they said that they were offering copyright protection now, because that's just for 5 people. That's only for 5 people. Why would you even announce it if it's only for 5 people? It's like, oh no, we care about these 5 particular people. There are millions of people on YouTube. There are millions of minutes worth of video going up on YouTube every day, and they don't give a shit about what's going on. I get it, you need this copyright system. It's so people aren't uploading full movies or full episodes of TV shows. But it is being abused beyond belief. The other day, I got news through the grapevine about copyright claim. No, it was a copyright strike on a YouTube video that Channel Awesome put out. This wasn't the thing that had them down for 3 weeks, but it was another movie creator who placed a copyright strike on the video because he didn't like the opinion of the review. Oh boy. Is it just me, or does it make me, or is it just me, or is everyone really uncomfortable with the fact that all of the power is put in the hands of the people who don't know jack shit about copyright law? Fair use is a legitimate defense. At some point, a line needs to be drawn. We need to identify the black and white of YouTube and, like, establish how far fair use can go, and then YouTube needs to start taking it seriously. This is not the first time that this has happened either. Way back when Total Biscuit with Day One Gary's incident, or the Nostalgia Critic with Tommy Wiseau's The Room, or even last year even with our copyright battles with the Orchard Music Group. Go find that video. I'm not going to go over it now. And we're in it too. We have received numerous strikes on our videos. The Dog Who Saved Christmas, the Dog Who Saved Christmas Vacation, the Halloween. I'm pretty sure the Food Fight review got one. Even movies that are within freaking public domain. Sorry, I forgot the word for a second. Even movies that are within public domain, like Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, copyright claimed. Oh my god. And the worst part is, this can be abused so horribly that people can just claim a video that they don't even have the rights to. One company that does this is called AdRev for a Third Party. And they go after the stupidest stuff. For example, this was last year on our gaming channel, where we were doing our playthrough of Barbie Horse Adventure Riding Camp. And we were in the middle of a, like some sort of time trial thing. They copyright claimed the music. The music that you could barely hear over my commentary. They go after the stupidest things, and I don't get why. And then there's the really stupid ones where it's like where YouTube will take down videos. For example, there was one way back when, you might have seen images of it. It was a Far Cry 4 trailer, and they took it down because it was footage claimed by Ubisoft. Ubisoft UK uploaded the video. And then there's these channel takedowns. I have no explanation for this. These channel takedowns, they just happen, and we get no explanation as to why, no reasoning behind it, and YouTube hasn't exactly given us any, like, statements or anything as to why. And the worst part is, getting in touch with YouTube is one of the hardest things in the world unless you know somebody. Channel Awesome was down for 3 weeks, and they only got their monetization back after they went public with the information. Oh, that's interesting. When someone with a rather large audience speaks out about it, YouTube decides to get off their lazy asses and fix the issue. Huh. So you're saying that everyone needs to go public with all of this nonsense before you're gonna get up and actually do something about it? Be like, oh, wait, oh, PewDiePie went public with this. We should probably do something about it. And you know what? I do hope PewDiePie goes public with something like this, starts talking about it. Because if he does that, it'll start making waves. It'll start making waves because apparently that's the system now. People have to go public with stuff like this, and why is this the system? This shouldn't be the system. There are millions of people on YouTube every day, and it's their responsibility to make sure that all of this stuff is taken care of. But right now, there's just so much shady behavior going on. Like, their channel takedowns, that nonsense with the Fine Brothers, freaking all that nonsense with Channel Awesome. Rich of Review Tech goes over a lot of this stuff, actually. I recommend you check his channel out for more information on all this stuff that's going on. But I remember when things were different with YouTube. Like way back when we didn't have Jima making it so that people couldn't have videos up in Germany, or we didn't have all of this copyright nonsense bullshit. The copyright strike system is supposed to help us. Instead, what it's doing is killing, like, entire channels. There are channels that have gone down and have never recovered. Because YouTube has decided to do all of this shady nonsense that nobody questions because they have this massive chokehold on the market. YouTube needs some form of competition. Because right now they don't give a shit. Competition is healthy for a developing market. And it's true. They need some form of competition because right now they don't give a shit. That's probably the bottom line. So either they need someone to whip their asses into shape, or they need to get their shit together on their own. Because they are the leading brand, and they don't give a shit as to what's going on their website. Because people can just get away with it, and it's just turning into a very hostile environment. So my recommendation for all of you in the meantime is make sure that all of your videos are backed up somewhere, because if your channel goes down, you're gonna want some kind of fail-safe or something, because YouTube is being a very hostile and dangerous environment right now, and I highly recommend that you guys keep all of your content safe if you're a content creator. If my channel disappears, you know why. I just stay safe, guys, because given YouTube's behavior in the past, this stuff is not gonna stop anytime soon. Ugh. I really didn't want to have to do a video like this again. I was hoping things would improve. Obviously they haven't. YouTube, you really need to get your act together. 'Cause, like, it's like when you're a big company that's run by, like, a 5-year-old. They don't give a shit. All they care about is the money involved. And right now, YouTube, that's the image that you're creating for us. If you don't want that to be the image that you're painted in, then get your act together, because there's a lot of people on this website who look up to you, and they depend on you. And there are people who make a living off of YouTube, and they depend on you to make a living. You gotta do it, guys. Alright?